time, it's beer time with Beer Man.
All right.
Everybody was bopping.
Bobbing our heads on this awesome day. All right. Well, welcome everyone who is here in chat. Let me get over to the chat first. And it is just Thrash. I was going to say your name. I'll say Thrash.
Hi.
Thrash Metal, Brian. Yeah, hello. Welcome, chat. Welcome, panel. Thank you very much, guys, on this awesome Beer and Cheese Tuesday and this awesome election day. Hopefully y'all got your votes in, and definitely matters. So right on. We're going to go around. We'll start up with Thrash Metal. And we got Thrash Metal Homebrew and Barbecue, that is. Look them up. We have Bumpy Road Brewery down here. And we have Miscellaneous Magnets right below me. And, of course, Beer Man here right there. Yeah.
There's John and Nelly. Sell out.
Where is? Yeah,
he said he was coming last night.
Would love to have them here. If they have the link, so cool. Restream, thanks for pointing out or putting your stuff out to Facebook and Twitter for me. So you all you guys, welcome. If you guys want to chat and join it, feel free. So, all right, we'll start off with Thrash. Right on.
Oh, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cool. So we'll start with the beer. Tonight we have from Boulevard Brewing. They're a great brewery. The Hibiscus Goza. There's no IBUs listed, but this comes in at a whopping 4.2% ABV. And what it says, it's tart, tangy, and pink. Right up my alley. Here we go.
Awesome.
Let's crack it open.
Yeah.
Oh, nice nice crack open. That was good.
Yes.
No hiss. Very effervescent. Gotta slow down on this. Getting aggressive like Alex does. There we go. Oh, just like champagne. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Effervescent. Very nice. A little rosy honey color. Nice white head on it. And kind of tight, kind of medium bubble in there. And let's put that down for a moment. And for the cheese, I am doing from Crooked Creek. I'm doing a goat cheese with garlic and herb.
Nice.
There you go. It's kind of I went ahead and cut it, and I thought it was going to be very creamy, but when I cut into it, it kind of like broke apart. So it's kind of a not too cream. It's creamy, but it's not too creamy. And I went ahead and had some just neutral crackers to go with it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Cheers, guys.
Great. Cheers. Oh, yeah, man. All right, Bumpy. Thank you, Thrash. Right on. What you got?
I'm going to start with the beer too. Mayflower Brewing Company out of the place for the Mayflower landed, Plymouth, Massachusetts. I got their Thanksgiving Ale 2020. So what this is an English style old ale brewed with rich array of barley and rye malts and aged on toasted American oak. This full body brew is perfect for America's hometown holiday. Comes in at 6.7% ABV. It's got a turkey on it. Gobble, gobble.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Kelly. He says woo, woo, woo. He doesn't say gobble, gobble. So it pours with kind of a yellowish khaki colored head. Color of the beer itself is a light amber, kind of got some caramel brownish hues to it, a little bit of a reddish color as well. It looks a lot darker on that end than it does on the end that I'm at. It does have a clarity to it, though. See my fingers.
Nice.
The cheese I'm bringing is organic Sierra Nevada Baby Bella mushroom creamy jack cheese. And it has portobello mushrooms in it. Looks like is this.
Yeah, it's all in.
There's some nice little mushroom chunks and stuff in there. So Thanksgiving and mushrooms, I think it's going to go well.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Bumpy. That looks good, actually, with the mushrooms in there. I like portobello mushrooms quite a bit. So
Nice.
Thank you. Miscellaneous. All right.
Oh shit! I didn't change my name. Sorry. Going by Mud this evening.
Mud.
Oh hell.
So good.
Anyways, I've got something from Dew Claw Brewing here out of Baltimore, Maryland. This is their hop tarts. This is a wild berry dippa at 8%. Go ahead and give you a little rundown on what it is. A double IPA with slight berry essence, not heavily fruited, in parentheses. We add raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries, then ferment them out in the process, leaving a bit of a wild berry character. Hops add more fruit-like qualities, including lotus, mosaic, fruit punch, enigma, chinook, and amarillo. That's a mouthful.
It sure is.
All right, so I've not had this yet. Picked it up today. All right. It's not pink or purple. Yeah. Wow. That was not the color I was expecting at all. Looks really good. Let me see.
Yeah,
It's better that way. Yeah, man. Real nice, tight knit head.
Good looking beer.
Tons of very, very effervescent fucking beer. It's just streaming. Yeah, there you go. A little bit.
There you go.
Yeah, it's got a nice, like, golden, like a deep, rich honey color to it. Yeah, like I said, very, very tight knit head. I'd say it's meringue-like. All different size bubbles. Smells good. All right, and the cheese that I've got is I don't know if I can pronounce this right. Berganost cheese.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it's a buttery triple cream Norwegian style cheese. Got a couple slices there. It's notorious for its green rind, wax coating, not rind. Sorry, but yeah, that's what we're working with. It's soft, very soft cheese.
Nice.
Smells buttery and rich and delicious.
Nice layout. Hell yeah. Cool. All right, man. Cheers. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Yeah. It did look good. I like the flimsy wet cheeses are nice. They always have a good texture to them. The hard ones are, yeah, that's what I have. I have a hard, crumbly one. Well, Brian had a crumbly one as well, but what I have today is, first of all, let me say thank you, chat. Beer Chugs is in here, and thank you so much. Thanks for being here, Big Houston. I'm not gonna read the comments. Just shout you guys. Josh Abrams, thank you so much for being here. Awesome. We got 7 strong in here, 7,000 strong. Hell yeah. Cheers, chat from Miscellaneous and Beer Chugs and Crumbly. Yes, definitely. So what I have today is a 1,000-day aged Gouda. It's a Holland cheese. What's 1,000 days? 2 years, 3 years? 3 years, 369.
I'll look it up for
A little over 3 years.
A little over 3 years.
It would be slightly under 3 years.
Less than a little bit less than 3 years.
Around 3 years. So yeah, that's cool. It's a Holland cheese. I imagine it's goat milk, or not goat milk, cow milk. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know. No, just cow cultured pasteurized milk and salt, enzymes, color added. It's a full-bodied and mature taste. Served with a red wine or fresh fruit, it says. Although a aged Gouda is also very good with a Scotch ale or a Imperial Stout, which is I have the Imperial Stout tonight. But I'll show you the cheese. That's kind of where it was very crumbly when I cut it. It was just went into craziness, so I had to get one piece out that I could actually taste. And then I've got the Black is Beautiful. The Black is Beautiful beer. It's an Imperial Stout by, it's an alcohol by volume. I can't even talk right now. ABV is 9%. So it's definitely an Imperial Stout. It says brewed to support justice and equality for people of color. Let's see. Their Weathered Souls Brewing Company is who does this. Fremont Brewing. It must be a collab or something. I know these are going around everywhere. They're by other companies as well. Fremont Brewing out of Seattle, Washington is who made this. So let's go ahead and pour that. I don't know the date. Oh, 7/2. So it doesn't really matter though on these particularly. Gloop gloop. Jeez. And this beautiful glass that Miscellaneous Magnets originally got us all into. Thank you so much. And that is an Alex pour. Boy, let me tell you. We have a 4-finger head. I haven't had a 4-finger head in quite some time.
You're missing out. Come on.
It's a very black, opaque beer. And just looks really good. Let me smell it real quick.
It's got a nice, yummy head on it.
God, it really does. It's really smell of what I can. My smells haven't been all there, and I've talked to you guys in the past, in the back end there, but smells aren't really there. But I'm getting there. I've been sick, but it really does penetrate through. It's got quite an imperial stature. It's imperial when it's just so sweet and so strong, and so it's really going through the nostrils. It's really nice. It's really chocolatey, really roasty, really coffee-like. Very nice. I will definitely have some thoughts on this on my review. So here we go. Back to Thrash.
So with only 4 of us going, you have to be fast on this. So
Fast.
So this beer, just to give you a little bit more on it, it is a sour ale brewed with sea salt, coriander, and hibiscus. So can smells great. The beer itself is very effervescent still, but it doesn't hold a head. So it's really thin when it comes to the lacing and keeping a head, but very, very flavorful beer. When you first sip it, you get tartness, just pounds you right in the face. Really good. Is it lactobacillus? Is that
Or is it Brettanomyces?
Yeah, it probably is Brettanomyces in here. But anyway, that flavor is very, very upfront. You do get a bit of the coriander in there, and the hibiscus stuff is kind of like in the back end. Very, very thin. It's 4.2. Not a lot of body, but they did carbonate the hell out of this thing. So it's a belch beer. It's what I call it. It's one of those where you want to do the ABCs in front of your friends and impress them while you're belching. That's very good beer.
Nice.
Tartness. Okay. The cheese. Playing with it for a little bit. If you guys weren't watching, trying to cut it up a little bit here. As you can see, just from the main part of it, it kind of falls apart. The first piece I had it with one of the crackers, which would be kind of a neutral for it, but I wanted to taste it by itself. With the cracker kind of gave a sweetness to it, but by itself, this cheese is like, as soon as it hits your tongue, it just kind of sits there for a bit, and when it sits there for a while, it kind of melts into your mouth, and it's really good. It's not that bad of a cheese. I actually like it. The reason why I did this is that Beer Man loves his sours and his goat cheese, and I had that in mind when I went to go get this. And I'm not disappointed at all with the cheese. The cheese is very robust. It has the garlic and herb with it, and it really envelops your mouth. The cheese itself is just really good. I like the cheese. I really will back the cheese. It's from Crooked Creek. It's the garlic and herb, and they put out different types. So you'll see other types as we do this. Having them together, I'll take a big piece. It's kind of a soft it's not a hard cheese at all. It's a very soft cheese, but it really whisks or should I say it what do they call it? It kind of takes all the moisture out of your mouth. And then it turns into like a real, just envelops, having a hard time to speak because it takes up all of your saliva. When you drink the beer, you get that tartness right up front. That goes away almost immediately. It doesn't inhibit any of the cheese at all. It's not a sweet cheese. It's not a harsh cheese. It's more on kind of a medium, like if you were to have a real sharp cheddar in a way. But they put the garlic and the herb in there, and that really balances the flavor out. So it's not bad at all. I don't think it's the right beer for that cheese.
That's a hard cheese to conquer.
Yeah, it is. I think
was thinking like a Roush beer or something would maybe good with it.
That might be too much for it. I think if you went more towards a more hoppy beer, like a pale ale, that might do it. I wouldn't go to an extreme of an IPA, but the pale ale, I think, would really complement this. And, if you were to sit at a table and you had a beer and you had the cheese and crackers, it would be phenomenal if you had all of them together. So what I'm trying to do is do the cheese and the beer, but the crackers really complement it. It gives kind of a sweetness to it. Very happy with it. But I don't think the beer and the cheese kind of go together with it. So, all right.
Yeah, awesome.
I think we got it.
No, that's good.
Get to that point,
Excuse me. No, the sour kettle sours, or I've never have I had a goza with a goat cheese. I don't know if I have, but they're very like the if you were to get like a blueberry goat cheese and mix it with like a berry like sour or kettle sour, you would see a completely noticeable difference. Yeah. It's really odd. Like those are more salty. They have like a salty that goes.
Yeah, I think that's the thing here is the salt that's in here. It is acidic. The beer itself is very acidic. So it going with the cheese is more of a neutral, and it kind of threw it,
Wow. Okay.
So
nice.
If the cheese was more sweet, I think it would have balanced better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so,
totally.
I think there's a lot of salt in this thing. So
yeah.
You get those two and you put them together, and it's like oil and water sometimes, and it's like, okay, this is that, and that's this, and there we go. So
yeah.
Cheers.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Thanks, Thrash.
Cheers.
I know. All right.
I think think Bumpy's next.
Oh, is it
right?
Bumpy? I'm sorry, man. Shoot.
You can skip
whoever.
him. He does it to me all the time. I don't-
It's all good.
Whoever.
We'll stick with the schedule.
Does not matter to me. All right, so for the Thanksgiving ale from Mayflower, the aromas on this, there's lots of like toffee notes, bit of a brown bread, earthy type aromas, brown bread, toffee, and earthy. Oh, for the first swig, so cheers.
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 Medium body, kind of a lower carbonation to this one. So there's a bit of a softness to the palate with it. Once again, on the palate, picking up a lot of the toffee type notes. There's that brown bread crust flavor to it. Pick up on a little bit of the oak. Hops come off. There's a tailing kind of low bitterness to this one. After the brown bread, toffee, and oak stuff. It's a little bit on the earthy side, a little bit on the woody side. That might be coming from the oak chips as well, though. But that bitterness does linger on. But I am still left with kind of that brown bready maltiness out of the brew. We're not getting scores yet, right? Brian, you give a score. You just kind
No.
of cheese.
Yeah, ASMR with Brian.
Well, he said you have to rush through this with only 4 people.
That's all right. Someone else, let's get more people. Come on.
The cheese.
Yeah.
First thing I can smell is the mushrooms. You can smell the mushrooms in this.
Awesome.
It's a little bit of like a creamy, buttery smell, but mostly mushroom. It is a very bendy, flexy cheese. Melty, very soft, melting cheese. Creamy, buttery. Maybe a slight, like if you just did like a pinch of salt and something to be there, but you don't really pick up on like a saltiness. But there is something in the background where the mushrooms come through nicely. You taste the portobello mushroom in here. Beautiful. It tastes pretty much. You haven't had this cheese. This cheese tastes like cream of mushroom soup. It's pretty much exactly what it is. It's cream of mushroom soup in like in a
Crazy.
solid form, pretty much.
Me no likey.
I love that.
This cheese would be great on. You know how you do if you make a burger, you do like a mushroom Swiss burger. So you have like mushrooms and you melt Swiss on it. You could just take this cheese and melt this cheese. It wouldn't be Swiss, but you could just use this cheese to be the cheese that you melt on your cheeseburger. Get that mushroom effect. It's nice.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Damn, sounds good.
Maybe
Sounds really
throw
good.
some like little onion rings or something on top as well. I think that'd go well with it. Some onions, mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Oh, yeah,
That's
man.
great. And I like that sounds like kind of like I guess a Duvel or something, or a brown, or like an English brown, or maybe a what kind? What's
It's classified as an old ale.
an old ale? Okay, with the brown, with the brown bread and the brown.
A lot of brown bread type notes in there. Brown bread crust, kind of toffee forward,
toffee, malty,
a little bit of the oak because they do rest on the oak chips. So there's a very slight amount of oak that comes through in the flavor in that.
Very nice.
I got some of the cheese in my mouth. Mushroom. Like I said with the beer, it's very kind of earthy at the end. Kind of earthy hops. A little bit of that wood note and everything. Got an earthy cheese, earthy beer.
Sounds like a good beer. Good cheese too. Good combo.
Yeah. I think they just kind of the cheese kind of blends in with the beer itself. It doesn't cheese doesn't overtake the beer at all. It just kind of it blends in with it. I mean, you're getting most of the mushroom out of the beer anyways, and I think that blends in well with the earthy tones of this beer already. So
Mm-hmm. Nice, dude.
Nice.
All right.
Very nice.
It's like water with water. It just
It just goes with it side by side.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
But
yeah,
it doesn't give it any off flavors because I've had cheeses definitely that have brought out like bad notes in a beer that tasted decent. So it didn't do that.
Mhm.
So that's cool.
Awesome.
I'm happy with that.
Sweet. Thank you, Bumpy.
Now I got mushroom breath.
That's right. I love how you cut the cheese.
As long as you don't have onion breath, you're all right.
Mm.
No.
All right.
All right.
So,
Thanks, Bumpy.
my thoughts on the hop tarts dippa from Duclaw. Here you go. It's still
Such a
very
gorgeous
effervescent
beer, man.
beer, man. It's just
Is it effervescent?
just keeps
Yeah.
going and going and going and going. It's insane. Nice lacing.
Hell
Had
yeah,
about a
dude.
3-finger head on the pour. Let's go for the nose. When I did initially open this, it did have some of the fruit notes coming out of it, but now that I'm smelling it, it's like a hot bomb IPA. It's just nice. It's good citrus hops. It's like zesty almost. The way it's coming through, the hops got a nice zing to them, nice smell. It's jam packed full of like 5 or 6 different hops. Yes, it's very, very clear. I mean, it's got a slight haze. The way the flavors are, I would kind of say this is more of a West Coasty style IPA. So tasting notes though, it's very upfront hops. It's not overly bitter. It's very well balanced. At night, I like it. Say it's more of a medium to a full body mouthfeel on this one. It's got a little heft to it. I'm not really getting any of the berry notes that they say is in this beer up front, which they said in the description that it's not heavily fruited. So as you sit and your palate starts to dry off, I was picking up slight strawberry hints. It's hard to get the blueberries and the raspberries out of this, but overall it's not bad at all. I'm glad I picked it up. Very tasty beer. So yeah, let's dig into the cheese. I kind of wanted to wait because I'm not taking any notes tonight. So yeah,
Me either. You're
me
over.
either. You were fun.
So yeah, alcohol content on that is 8%. Nope, it does not have a strong alcohol presence or flavor on the palate, so that's nice. This cheese it's just very robust. It's buttery, slight nutty. It smells slightly salty. Semi-soft cheese. It doesn't quite melt on the palate. You can chew it. But it's really good. It tastes exactly like it smells. It's got that. It's smooth. It's got a silky, smooth mouthfeel. It doesn't leave you with any dry or powdery type of feel. Creamy, envelops the palate. Slight salt, not overly salted, nutty, absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. After I bought the cheese and I already had my setup, I actually had to look up what this cheese was all about. And it said that it ended up pairing well with like sours and tart. So I guess my beer might go with that. Who knows? So.
Hmm.
Get a little more. It's good. Definitely. Wow. That cheese miled out. It took the hops, like the insane hop presence, and totally mellowed it down to almost, I wouldn't say nullified it, but definitely took it way down. I'd say from like the hop presence, let's say probably at a 90, it brought it down to maybe like a 50. Drastic change in flavors. I probably wouldn't cook with this beer, to be honest with you.
Awesome, Thrash.
But cheese is bringing out the fruitier notes in the beer, though. Just getting the strawberry more, and I'm getting the blueberry. Raspberry's still real hard to find in here. I'm not gonna lie to you, but overall, I think this did pretty well. It's definitely not the worst pairing I've had.
Nice.
Really good. I am shocked because, like I said, I usually don't do any research. It's just wild whim. I get a cheese, and it's like, well, let's see what it does.
Yeah,
it worked tonight.
that's good.
Very good. I might have to put this cheese up. It's really good.
Oh, shit.
Got some more, man.
Yeah, I got some more.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. No, yeah, there we go. Sweet, dude.
I'm glad I had a small
That
cheese.
worked.
too.
Yeah, mine's hard to go through. It's really salty. It's really thick and ugh. Okay. Thanks, Miscellaneous, man. I appreciate it. That's good.
Try
I'm
to
glad it
drag
worked
it
out
out
for
as
you.
long as I could.
Yeah, that's fine. If we go under an hour tonight, it's fine. We got 4 of us, so it's all good.
Damn,
Again, if anyone wants to join us, please, we got the link in the back. So if you'd like to be up, and if you guys have a cheese and beer of choice and you want to come up, by all means, I'll put the link in. You can come on in. So
Even if it's shredded cheese in your in your refrigerator and a Bud Light.
I mean, what we had.
exactly.
Juggalo
Bring it.
came by. Juggalo Fishing Posse came by that one day and did something like that.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen him forever. Oh my god.
Been putting out some new videos.
Oh, I gotta go check him out. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. Ron's here, man. Ron's another good dude. Miss
Cheers,
Southern
Ron.
Belle, you are a good lady. Cheers to you. Thank you so much for being here and for your support. I appreciate it. All right, so what we have today is this beer that I have. The Black is Beautiful. It's a 9% Imperial Stout. It poured out really heavy, a 3-finger head or so. The smells, I kind of let you guys know that already, but it was a kind of a baker's chocolate espresso like flavor, a bit of I guess a deep dark caramel with a brown bread kind of feel to it as well. Just not too brown bready, I guess. Just real lathering smell. Like you knew it was thick. When you smelled it, you knew something was strong with it. The flavors I got off of it, I mean, let me tell you now. Let's just go through this. So it's smooth. It's hiding the alcohol very well. It does have a bitter finish, an espresso, high kilned malt like dryness, like bitter and dryness in the back. There's some deep, rich malts in there, dark malts that are really powering this. It came out with a nice, kind of a chocolate, I guess, look at the bottom. You can't see through it. I mean, it's very opaque, very cocoa head. Very rich, very thick, very sweet and lathering. very nice though. It's not bad. It goes back and it feels good and it feels warming down the chest. You know the alcohol's there, but you're not getting it necessarily. It's very nice. The finish is good. The finish is dry and bitter, like that of espresso beans or something like that. Very good. I guess I can't see the carbonation. I would imagine it's around a medium carbonation. I don't know. I can't see it. It's dark. But very smooth, very good feeling beer. And I really like the drinkability of it. It's actually, there's some I've had that are all leathery and just crazy, like tobaccos and nuts and too sweet. Just way too, I guess there's the word, cloying. Very too sweet.
word.
I got the words mixed up last time, but cloying for sure. But this is not cloying. This is drier on the finish and it's easier to drink. So the cheese now is it's salty. Let's get a tray. It's got that crunch. I love the crunch. Sparkles. Cheers. Cheers, Michelle. Cheers, JV. Right on, man. All right. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Sparkles.
Crunchy, salty, creamy, milky, creamy. Again, lathering. Just very. It just coats. It coats the mouth. You're looking for a beer that's going to kind of take that coat away, or at least blend in with what you're tasting, because it's not a bad tasting beer or cheese. It's a very good tasting cheese. It's got that everything I'm looking for. I love Gouda cheese. Gouda cheese is a very good cheese. Very Gouda. Just I don't know. It's got that break. It's like a breaking kind of. It breaks. It crackles, but it does this. It doesn't do the same in the mouth. It actually coats it and smothers like that of a smothering a fire or something like that. So to mix it in, with this, let's get a little chunk going through here. Let's get this through my mouth. Okay. Crunchy. I love that crunch. That sweet kind of a crunchy saltiness. It kind of settles in with it. It blends in with it. It goes together, kind of like what Bumpy was saying. It just kind of side by side. It kind of, not even side by, it like grips it. It grips in and it kind of just molds in well with it and lets it ride. It takes the it makes the beer thirst quenching to some degree, even though it is a thick 9% stout. It does kind of make it a little more thirst quenchable. Like it makes it like you're glad you drank it, because it puts out it works with that smothering thick creaminess of the cheese and kind of takes that creaminess off, all that stuff. It kind of breaks it away and lets it go down the throat the way it should. I know this sounds very gross and sexual, but it's definitely how it works. So I mean, cheese with beer does have kind of a sexual appeal, and it does. I know it's disgusting to some, maybe, but it really is. The way you describe this sometimes, it's just it gets very sexual. So, but it's very nice, and it actually works really well. It blends well. I've got my thoughts on this for sure. I'm very happy. I didn't go over the body or the mouthfeel. I did. The body is definitely a full, rich body, robust body, very much so. So, but yeah, got my thoughts. I'm going to go back to Brian here, Thrash Metal, with his beautiful doggy.
Cheers,
Hell
everybody.
yeah, such a cutie.
So, got to promote the channel here, man. He's got stuff, man. He's got stuff out there.
That's right.
He's got.
Right on.
Oh yeah, got to support
man.
your friends.
Thank
Support your local home brewers. That's right.
Oh yeah,
Mandy.
That's right.
Mandy got a haircut yesterday, so this is my Chiser. She's half Chihuahua, half Schnauzer, so that's why we cut her the way we do in the face.
Now she's looking sassy.
Now, great.
Mrs. Sassy Pants.
She's like, Dad. All right, so yeah. So Miss Southern Belle says, "What about raw oysters with beer and crackers?" Yeah,
Hmm.
it does go. I'm telling you.
Yes.
One thing that I did find out is that when Beer Man started doing this, beer and cheese, people are like, "What? It shouldn't be wine and cheese." The thing is I think there's more of a limitation with the wine drinkers than there is with beer drinkers. Beer drinkers have more of a rainbow of flavors, types of beers, and everything that can go with different types of cheese. The wine and cheese tasting, I think that's kind of a bore yuppie thing. I don't mind doing it. I like cheese with wine. I make my own wine, just to let you guys know. But
Yes.
beer and cheese, oh my good. It's oh my goody, a gouda. There we go. That's a good way to say it.
That's right.
There's always a match, and there's always a real screw up. Ask these guys every week. There's something that is just like it. It's not. It's so polarizing. It's crazy. So anyway,
And there's a lot of craft cheeses that, like, not craft as in KRAFT, but it was, since we started doing this, like mushrooms and cheese. You know, you used to think like everything was just sharp cheddar of some sort, mild sharp, extra sharp, sharply sharp. You know, but no, oh my God, there's so many different cheeses out there with different things added to them too.
Yeah.
well, and I think probably you guys probably found it like I did, where there's kind of a certain place or places in your city that have kind of like a cornucopia of different types of cheeses that you can choose from, instead of going like to the regular supermarket, seeing just the pepper jacks and the sharp cheddars and the mild cheddars and the extra sharp cheddars and the all that stuff. I mean, there's places where the cheeses that you find are like very exotic, and
Yeah.
like Beer Man said, it can be kind of sexual. Depends on how you rub the cheese against you, but I think it can get pretty sexual. But
Yeah, really.
but you sit there and you go, okay. The reason why I chose what I did tonight is because of comments that Beer Man has made in the past, where he's had sours, he's had goat cheese, and he's had very good popular tongue. Yeah, just
I'm in agreement
good
with
stuff that
that.
was happening. The thing is the beer that I chose, it's kind of in the sour range, but it's a goza. It's not a complete sour. This is more of a tartar beer, so it doesn't quite hit that level where he was at. I'm still trying to find what he had. It's kind of like going to a cheese and wine tasting without having everybody there and everybody try and find that cheese that he just had with that wine he just had. Same thing. So
Right.
this one was kind of off. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and rate the beer. The beer is tart. The beer has got a sweet note to it, but it's very underlying. They talk about coriander and hibiscus in here. Coriander is pretty much up front. Hibiscus is kind of hidden in the back. The effervescence of the beer is very good. Good body of a beer. It's one of those where you'll walk away from the beer like this. Okay. Very tart. Very, very tart. The beer itself, it doesn't score an A with me. This gives me about an 85. So it's a B average. So cheers.
Cheers. Nice.
Cheers.
Okay. Not the beer's not bad. It's just it's not my style. It might be someone else's style. No problem. Okay, so cheese from Crooked Creek, fine cheese. It's a garlic and herb. You guys see this? They have all kinds of styles. They have the plain. They have this one. They have one that's honey. This is actually really good cheese. This is the first time where I've had a cheese that act the way it did on the palate. It was very dry in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it just like melts and just goes all over the place. The garlic and herb really picks up on the base plain goat cheese that it is, And this cheese is going to rank probably, I'm going to say a 92. It's an A, but it just made the A range. I'm happy with it. It did very well. If you have a sweet cracker, which I thought this was kind of a neutral cracker, it's actually a sweeter cracker. It really complemented the goat cheese. Goat cheese is usually really salty. So it really pepped it up. It brought it to where it needed to be. But the cheese itself, no, it's an A, but it's not a high A for me. Together, I'm going to give it an 87. It didn't quite make an A range. It's a B plus. Together, I wouldn't suggest having this type of goat cheese with this type of beer. Now, I'm after the Holy Grail that he got, so I will continue to try and go for that. So probably the next few beer and cheeses, I'll probably have goat cheese and a certain type of sour to try and get me into that realm where Beer Man a few weeks ago was kind of in heaven. So that's where I'm at. So yeah,
definitely.
Berliner Weiss, maybe.
Yeah, Berliner Weiss is
it
nice.
could be. Yeah, who knows? That's the thing about this is that there's so many styles of beer. Who knows? An IPA would go probably good with this as well because of the saltiness, the hops, and everything might really complement it. But I'm after that. What you found that one time, well, you had multiple times where you had the cheese and beer where you were just satisfied as all hell. So
yeah, that cream, that cheesecakey.
Yeah.
Like,
so I want to get there. I'm kind of curious, but on the way I might get sidetracked and do something else. But yeah, that's kind of where I tried to do with this. Didn't quite work out. But anyway.
Awesome. Cool, man. Hey, show out your plugs too. Definitely.
Okay.
What's those out?
Been doing a lot of rescue work lately. I put out a video the other day. It's about 5 minutes. Go out to the channel, check it out. These are the rescues that are out at the horse rescue that I spend a lot of time with, and give my heart and my soul to, and help these babies out. Those that have been abused, abandoned, saved from kill pens, and rehabilitate them and bring them back to the glory that horses should be. And eventually sponsored and adopted by those that actually give a shit about things in this world. So please check it out. I'm going to be doing some barbecue stuff here. I was going to do one the other day, but I was like, screw it. I'm just going to freaking do a chicken. Just did a chicken.
Awesome.
But, I'll be, doing some more barbecue stuff. And I'm going to be doing a brew day hopefully this Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to go live or I'm just going to record parts of it, but I got to do my maple oatmeal stout, milk stout, and I'll get that done. Probably do a 5-gallon batch and get that out and satisfy the viewers that are out there that love homebrew. So cheers.
It's great, man.
Thanks for having me here, man.
No problem. Anytime. Thank you, Thrash. Appreciate it, man. Oh yeah. All right, Bumpy.
All right. Well, for the beer, and I realized that I did read this and I said it was a medium body, but to me it felt like a medium body. It says this full-bodied brew is perfect for America's hometown holiday. To me, this beer, I think it is kind of made to blend with festivities, other foods like turkeys, gravy, mashed potatoes, everything that you're gonna find. I think that it was kind of built to blend. The beer by itself, to me, though, is an 88 out of 100. It's good, but it's not something that I like want to really drink all the time. But I definitely see it as something that can blend well with food products. So that may have been what that beer was purposed for, and if so, I think they did a fantastic job at it because it did blend very well with the cheese that I had. And the cheese and the beer, I'm going to say it was a I'm not going to give it a score. I'm going to say that it blended well. It was a good combination.
Nice.
Work together. The cheese. That's one of those interesting cheeses, because it's one of those cheeses, like I mentioned, like I could definitely see this, putting it on a burger. Salisbury steak, even, you do that, which is pretty much just a burger without the bun. But or maybe get yourself a nice New York strip or something. You melt this cheese on. You sometimes have like a mushroom gravy or something like that as well. It's a cheese that will blend well with certain meats. Oh, chicken! I think this would go awesome on chicken too. And a lot of times when I'm saying like cheeses, it's like, oh, I can see them like being like melt them on a certain food or whatnot. Like last time I had the Fontina cheese there, which my wife makes macaroni and cheese, her Italian mac and cheese with, and that was kind of it wasn't like a cheese that you just want to sit down and eat by itself. It was like, this is more or less cheese to just use on food. It's a melting cheese. Use it on food. That's kind of its main purpose. This cheese is actually tasty enough to eat by itself, which is good.
Awesome.
So it's like a dual purpose cheese. You can definitely use this on creating recipes, food. But it's good enough. I ate the whole thing to eat by itself without crackers or anything. You have to like mushrooms though, because it's a big old mushroom flavored cheese. Very, very delicious. The portobello mushrooms came through awesome. I'm gonna give the cheese a 97 out of 100.
Awesome.
Damn.
Hell yeah, dude. That's perfect.
Everything on it was just really, really good. It was, I said, it's like cream of mushroom soup, but made into a cheese.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect. That was it's like that. Yeah, it just goes into a cheese. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And on a burger, that's great. And with the beer, though, it was perfect too. I mean, well,
yeah, they just blended in with the beer. I mean, I this one match up with an IPA. I don't think, unless it was like an earthy, like an English IPA or something like that, where it'd be like earthy and floral versus, if you try to do something with citrus and stuff, I wouldn't see that one.
Pushing more on the West, yeah,
but yeah,
or American side, yeah. Nice. All right. Well, thanks, Bumpy. Cool. That worked. All right. Sweet.
Right. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because I really have to go to the store.
My dad's been declared president.
All right.
Not yet.
For the hop tarts from Duclaw, like I said, the other day I had a collab with them from Rheingeist. I was really gonna put this brewery on the back burner because I had some very bad beers from them. That's just my opinion. They're like assholes and they stink. But it's just really it was good. I'm gonna score it at a 90. It would have been a little bit higher if they had a little bit more fruit presence, but for the style of beer, what they were going for, and like it said, not heavily fruited DIPA. Yeah, I'll go with the 90. I mean, it was hot bomby. I mean, it had you really had to sift through and find the fruit notes in there, but 90. I'll give it a 90. It's an A. It's a passing score.
Excellent.
All right, so for the Yancey's Fancies, the Berganos cheese, this is absolutely phenomenal. If you could find this, I would highly, highly recommend it. I had to put it away, or I would eat more. Hence why it's in the bag. It was in the fridge.
You could put on a few pounds, it'd be okay.
I don't need to gain any more weight. I'm actually gonna have to put another.
I'm losing weight.
Notch in my belt, actually, on the smaller end of it, because pants are starting to sag a little, but ain't complaining. This cheese, I'm gonna score it 100, man. It was fucking phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if you could find it, Yancey's Fancies. I know it's I've seen, I think, every one of you guys with that brand at least once. It's out there.
Yeah.
Pairing. The pairing is tough because, like I said, cheese nullified all that very vibrant hop presence, but did bring out some of the fruity fruit flavors out of the beer. Pairing. I'm gonna go 97. Or no, 87. Sorry, 87.
87.
Whoa, false alarm.
Ding, ding, ding.
87.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked good together. I don't know. It was a different experience, you know. It was pleasant. I mean, it did work together. I was trying to get more of a fruity beer to pair with this cheese, and I didn't read the fine print, so it should always do. So, anyways, it's pretty good. Plug wise, my 9 million Scoville gummy bear is supposed to arrive today. Apparently, it's not going to be here until Friday. So I will schedule a live stream. It's going to be next Wednesday, probably at 7:30. I will have a panel similar to this while I sit here and endure the 9 million Scovilles that this itty bitty tiny gummy bear has to offer.
Wow.
Subscribe to him.
That's a lot. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's like 4 times hotter than chip.
Is it only one gummy bear, or is it a whole box?
Yes, it's
full?
one
gummy
gummy
bear.
bear.
Oh my
A whole
god,
box
dude.
full would have been fun.
Do you have to do
Wow,
anything
yeah.
like bite one ear off and then bite the other
No,
ear
I don't
off?
think-
and
no,
bite
you
the
just eat
legs
it.
off and then bite the
Can't
belly
even do
off.
one.
No,
Half
it's the
one off.
size of like a Harborough gummy bear.
It's like
So I
You
will
gotta eat
schedule
between the-
that.
eat between the
It'll
legs.
be out there, so plenty of time for everybody to see it. I appreciate anybody who's got community tabs. If you could kindly share me out,
Of
much
course.
appreciated. Other than that, Beer Chugs Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Come play What's the ABV with us. Alex Food Friday, which is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as well. I don't remember if he had specified anything or it's going to be wild,
He said it was gonna be wild.
Wild. Yeah.
wild card. Awesome.
That's right. Awesome. Yeah.
And let me see. Sundays, I'll go ahead and shout out John Anelli and Michael Kormroff. They do Stout Sundays, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, a.m. in the morning. So get you a big beer and go hang out on Stout Sunday. Start your day off right. Thanks for having me,
Right,
Beer Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the store. Hopefully, it's not closed, or I don't
No.
not any rioters or anything.
Awesome.
right.
All right. Cool. Yeah, everyone's bored now. That's funny. Well, they should, I guess. People are crazy. Especially over here in Oregon. Yeah.
I
So
have to get the gun.
I gotta pee really bad, so I'm gonna hurry this up. Here, hold on. Let me get Ronald up.
I tried to
Give me
kill
this beer.
time. I guess I killed too much time.
You're all right. No, the cheese. I'll go with the cheese. Well, the beer first. The beer was very good. The beer was excellent. It didn't put off anything that was alarming or terrible or bad. It was a very good drinkable beer, drinkable imperial stout. 9%'s not super strong, but not super light either. So it was kind of in the in-between range on an imperial stout. And it was good. It was really good. I'll give it a 96. As far as the cheese goes, I like the saltiness, the sweet, had a sweet, salty creaminess, that crystallized feel. I love it. Everything that was in it, the texture, the flavors, everything I would look for in a Gouda, and at that, an aged Gouda of 3 years. So not bad at all. I'll give it a 90. I'll give it a 96 as well. I'm going to go together. We're going to go 96 all across the board.
Nice.
It was definitely an a mid-range, A plus range. Very good. It kind of molded in well with each other. It was just very good together. Very Gouda. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. So if you want to do an imperial stout, look for something with a baker's chocolate coffee kind of espresso. Sweet 9% plus would be great with a nice aged Gouda, not just a regular Gouda. With an imperial stout would be perfect in my opinion. Just my opinion though. Again, like we all have his opinions like an asshole. We all have one. Just like Miscellaneous said. So
Depends on who wipes it.
exactly. Or if you're spraying your ass. No, but okay, we won't go there. We're live. No, but I said it. You guys did it. All right, no, but you guys take it easy. This has been great. I love this show. This was fun. I've had a good time here. We're gone on an hour here. This is perfect timing with 4 beautiful people. Well, 3. I don't know how beautiful I am. But get your vote out. Oh, let me get your vote out. I don't know if some of you guys probably done now. I actually can't vote anymore. But as far as my shouts, today is the Beer and Cheese Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, and then I'm gonna try and get something together for tomorrow. If not, it's because I'm feeling bad. So if not today, tomorrow I'll get it out next week. But for beer review recipe and beer review Wednesday, that usually goes at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to catch me tomorrow, maybe I'll be there. But all right, guys, thank you, chat. You guys are awesome. We had a lot of really cool. Let me real quick. I do want to go over just names. I'm not going to do the chat, but we had some really cool people here as always. Big Houston, Beer Chugs, Rob's Beer Talk is on YouTube as well as Twitter. Puts out some funny ass shit. Dude makes me laugh every morning. Good day. You're freaking awesome. Love you, man. Good days from Australia, I believe. And Miss Southern Bill, thank you so much for sticking around and chatting with us. Love your chat. Love your comments. Let's see here. We had Brandon from Crappier Pours, Sparkles. Thank you so much, Brandon. Appreciate it. Yeah, don't. Yeah. It's not done yet. No, but Michelle, welcome, and JV, Jeremy V. Check out all these guys' channels. Nina Yordi, Leprechaun TV. We had Kent Beer Reviews. Craig, thank you so much for stopping by. Much love to you. Let's see. Ronald Sutton, you're always welcome here. You're a fun dude. Vanessa Kitty. And that's about it. But thank you so much. We have 12 strong right now at the end. And I appreciate you guys sticking around. Thank you, chat. Thank you, panel. You guys are, platonically much loved in a brotherly way from myself. And thank you. So we'll continue with this next week. And we'll do a wild one as well next week. So just and do your research if you want. I wasn't sure if anything got out that I was saying do research or not. I think I said don't do research for this one, but it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. But do your research for the next one, and it's a wild for sure. And bring the same cheese if you want. I don't give a shit. It's true. Like you do certain beers with the same cheese, and you'll finally find it, just like Brian was saying. So. Thank you guys. Thank you, Brian, for shouting out the channel, my channel, and everything else. So appreciate you. Appreciate, just like Alex says, appreciate you and appreciate everything. So cheers, guys. Much love. I'm gonna go to the ending here.
Cheers.
And, right on. Let me get
mushroom belches.
Hell yeah.